guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I am going to be talking about a new foundation which is just launched in the Indian market. I'm talking about the Kay Beauty Hydrating Foundation. As soon as this foundation launched, I quickly got my hands on it and I tried it out for a couple of days and I have formulated my opinions on it, and in this video I am going to be sharing my review, and it is not going to be a first impressions at all because I have clear thoughts about it. So if you guys are interested in watching my review, swatches of other shades and all the necessary details that you should be knowing before you buy this foundation, then just keep on watching. But before starting the video, make sure you are subscribed to my channel and also click on the little bell right next to it so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And now let's get started with this video. So let's talk about price first. So this foundation retails for rupees 1200 and you get 30 grams of the quantity, and it comes with 2 years and 11 months of shelf life. Let's see what Kay Beauty claims about this foundation. They say natural, hydrated, dewy finish, lightweight and second skin feel, ultra creamy, luxurious texture, locks in moisture, all day comfortable wear, natural to high buildable coverage, plus imperfections and perfect for all skin types. So those were all the claims that this foundation makes, and I'm gonna tell you which one is true and which one isn't in the later part of the video, of course. Now let's move on to the packaging. It comes in this cardboard box, and the box has this K monogram all over it. Shade number is mentioned on the top, and on the bottom they have given this barcode. On the back side all the details are given, and this is the ingredient list of the product. And from inside it looks like this. There is a thin layer of foam attached all over the box from the inside. I think this has done just to protect the glass bottle and make it feel more luxurious. And this is the inner packaging. Foundation comes in this glass bottle and it has this K monogram all over it, and it comes with a white plastic cap, and you get this pump to get the product out. And this is the amount that you get in one pump. On the bottom they have given this label where shade number is mentioned in bold letters. And if you peel this label, you get the details of the manufacturer and the marketer of this product. I do feel the packaging of this product is inspired from Fenty Beauty's Pro Matte Foundation. But that foundation comes in a frosted glass bottle, but this one doesn't come in the frosted glass bottle. It comes in a normal glass bottle, but apart from that, everything like the pump and everything is same. Consistency of this foundation is thick and the texture is creamy, and it doesn't have any fragrance to it. If you don't already know, Kay Beauty is an Indian celebrity brand which is owned by Katrina Kaif, and this product is manufactured in India. You can shop this foundation from Nykaa only, and I will provide the link in my description box below. If you want to check it out, you can click on the link and buy the product. Kay Beauty launched 20 shades of this foundation, 5 shades in 4 skin tone category, which is a good thing, but there is still possibility of more shades because 5 shades in each category is not enough. Moving on, I picked up the shade 155 Y Tan, where tan is the category of the skin tone, Y is the undertone of the shade, and 155 is the number of the shade. And this thing has done in the entire shade range so that people can identify the shades. And these are the swatches of all 5 shades of tan skin tone category. This is the shade 150 N tan, which means it has neutral undertone. It is lighter than my skin. Here is 155 Y tan. Y indicates that it has yellow undertone, and this one is closest to my skin. And this is 160 P tan, which means it has pink undertone. And here is 165 N tan and refers to neutral undertone, but it looks slightly peachy against my skin tone. And this is 170 Y tan, which means it has yellow undertone and it looks like a golden shade with little bit of pink in it. And this is how the shade 155 Y tan looks on my skin. My skin has little bit of olive undertone in it, and this foundation doesn't have olive undertone. So it's a close match for my skin, but the undertone is not what I prefer. And now I'm going to compare this shade with a couple of other shades in other brands so that you get a clear idea about the shade. So first I'm going to swatch Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 332 Golden Caramel. Next, I'm taking the Lakme 9 to 5 Primer Plus Matte Perfect Cover Foundation in the shade W320 Warm Caramel. Next, I'm gonna take the Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Foundation in the shade 310 Sun Beige. And lastly, I'm gonna swatch Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Desert Beige. Now let's compare all of the shades. Out of all the shade, Lakme one is my perfect closest match. Lakme Perfect Cover Foundation is lighter than Maybelline Fit Me, but both are very close to each other and both of them have that olive undertone. Both are yellowy as well. And if I look at the Kay Beauty Foundation, it does not have that olive undertone and it is less yellowy in comparison to Maybelline Fit Me and the Lakme Perfect Cover Foundation. Maybelline Super Stay Foundation is lighter than all of the shades and it has neutral undertone. Wet n Wild Foundation shade is very similar to the Kay Beauty Foundation shade, but this one has peachy pink undertone in it and the Kay Beauty one has more of yellow in it. Now let's do a quick oxidization test. So this is the swatch of the Kay Beauty Foundation that I did 15-20 minutes ago. And now I am doing a fresh swatch just to see if the shade has oxidized or not. And yeah, it does oxidize and becomes slightly peachy yellow. And this fresh swatch looks proper yellow in comparison to it. But I do want to mention that oxidization is a subjective thing. So if something oxidizes on me, doesn't mean that it will oxidize on you in that similar manner, or it might not oxidize at all on you. Now let's move on to the application of this foundation. I'm gonna be using a brush on this side and a sponge on this side, and let's go. So first I'm taking one pump of the foundation on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna dot it on one side of my face, and then I'm blending it using a brush. This is the Wet n Wild flat top brush. Foundation is blending very easily with this. And this is the coverage that you get with one full pump of this foundation on one side with the brush. Moving on to other side, again I'm taking one pump of the foundation, dotting it, and then I'm blending this side using a sponge. This is the Blue Heaven flat-ended makeup blender. It blends effortlessly with a sponge as well. And this is how one layer of the foundation looks. I used two pumps to achieve this much coverage. There is no difference in the coverage. Both brush and sponge side have equal amount of coverage, and I would say it has given sheer coverage with two pumps of the foundation. Now I'm going to build the coverage just so I can see how much coverage I can get out of this foundation. So I'm doing same thing, taking one pump of the foundation, dotting it first and then blending it using a brush. I'm getting few brush strokes, but I can make it work. So here you can see the difference with one layer versus two layers of the foundation. This side I have one pump of the foundation, and here I have applied two pumps of the foundation. Then I'm applying another one pump of the foundation to other side as well. I'm using a sponge to blend this side. And this is the amount of coverage you get with total 4 pumps of the foundation. It has given light coverage with 4 pumps. Kay Beauty claims that this foundation is natural to high buildable coverage. And I would like to disagree with this claim, because when I added 2 pumps of the foundation on my entire face, at that time my face had sheer coverage. And when I added 2 more pumps of the foundation, so in total it had 4 pumps of the foundation, and at that time my face had light coverage. So you cannot get high coverage or full coverage from this foundation. Now let's talk about the finish of the foundation. They have called it a hydrating foundation, but it feels very moisturizing on the skin, and it's not extremely dewy. It gives subtle dewy finish to the skin. After applying this foundation, I gave it some time to set it, and after that I run a tissue on top of my face just to see whether it transfers or not. And I did this transfer test without powdering my face, of course. And despite of the fact that it's a dewy foundation, it was not transferring on the tissue at all. So that's a great thing. I also did the flash test, and it was not giving flashback in flash photography with iPhone flash. But the skin was looking slightly oily because it is a dewy foundation. Now the final question is, do I recommend this foundation? Yes, I do recommend this foundation, but only to those people who have got flawless skin, who barely need any coverage, who just want something to even out their complexion with very minute imperfections. It adds a sheer filter with little bit of dewiness. If you have acne marks, pigmentation and other imperfections, then this product is not gonna cover your imperfections and you would need an additional product or a concealer to cover those imperfections. I would recommend this foundation for normal skin, dry skin and extremely dry skin type. If you have oily skin and you still want to wear this foundation, you can wear it, but with a good mattifying powder. Make sure you apply the mattifying powder on all of your oily areas. If you have extremely oily skin, you don't need this foundation. I will be doing a 12-hour wear test of this foundation, and in that video I will tell you how this foundation performs on my combination skin, my normal to oily skin. And if that video is already up, then I will put the link in my description box so you can check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, then make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!